www.thefellasgroup.com, which is DAFELLASGROUP.com, or you can hit us up on Facebook, become a fan or a member. I'm not sure on that. If you go in and type us in The Fellas, it'll pop up for you. There's a member page and a fan page. You can get all our events off of both that we do. We also do fundraisers. Last year we had a basement party at Crow's Nest.
Okay.
Party went till 6 in the morning almost. We packed the house. Great event. We had a bachelor auction early last year. A lot of people was calling, "Are y'all going to do it again? Do it again?" You know, we didn't because funds just weren't there this year. You know, with the economy the way it was, we really cut back on our fundraising this year. But next year we plan on picking right back up where we left off as far as fundraising, getting back out there, doing what we do in the community, as well as having the fun stuff that brings in the money so we can continue doing what we do in the community. Another big event we will do this year, last year was our first inaugural Tis the Season, where we picked 3 Atlanta families that were needy, and we provided Christmas for them. Last year we gave out almost $4,500 in Christmas gifts and presented them to the families. And a lot of that money came out of directly our pockets. What we do at any of our events, actually at FSO will probably be when we first start putting them out. You get the form, fill it out, write a little story, put the name, contact number. We go through them, we pick them. Unfortunately, we can't take everyone we get. We don't have $1 million budget, but depending on the money we have, we try to pick how many families we can do. We'll pick how many. If we say we're going to do 2, if we're going to do 5 or 10, we'll pick them out depending on the story, situation, and we go out and provide Christmas. That's another one of our specialties that's close to all of our hearts is the opportunity to give. And last year, one of the families we gave Christmas to, believe it or not, we went and presented it to them on Christmas Eve, and they was being evicted on the 31st. It was touching. There was the godmother had her goddaughter down. She had just came down from New York. She was struggling with drugs. Was actually due to give birth any day. You know, they had a 7-year-old son and a 4-year-old son, and you know we provided Christmas for all of them. Gave the mother a beautiful basket, and surprisingly, I believe she gave birth on the 27th, 2 days after. But on the 31st, they were getting evicted. And unfortunately, if we would have known that, we probably would have focused on that and said, well, what do you need to stop them from being evicted? But at that point, it was too late. And I'm not sure what took place. We did try to contact them afterwards. The number they had, we couldn't get back in touch with them. But that was just one of those heartfelt feelings that made us all feel good. It shows that what we're doing has a purpose, and there is a need. Because if we wouldn't have been there, they probably wouldn't have had Christmas as well as being evicted. So these are the things that we like to do. It's 5 brothers. We came together and decided, hey, we're positive black men. Let's do something positive for our community, and that's how we came about. We were all 5 of us were having our issues. 3 of us were single fathers. We were all having our issues with marriages, relationships, whatever. And we said, we good brothers. Let's do something for Father's Day. So one of the members said, the fellas need to have something. So we had a Father's Day cookout. Invited like 30 people. Turned out we had about 100 and some people. To the point, folks was parking up the street in the parking complex, the shopping complex. Turned out great. Following year, we put our heads together and said, we need to do something positive in the community and continue giving the vibe that we have and the blessings that we have. So here we are today, almost 2 years later. Actually, November will be our 2-year anniversary. And we're trying to do it bigger and better and get our name out there and let folks know who we are, so they can say, well, let me see if I can call the fellas and see what they can do. Because we'll get your resume done for free. We'll walk you through an interview for free. And I know there's other organizations that do that, but there are a lot of people that charge. We want to get it big enough to where folks can say, hey, I don't have no food on my table. Can y'all help me? We can be there. That's our vision for the future. We want to be that organization you can come to and say, well, maybe they can help you. and it be genuine, you know, coming from the heart, not cause we out here trying to be famous, put our name on anything. We want to be there for our community.
I mean, that's positive. You know, you heard that One Ebony Place. So like I said again, I cannot stress this out. You major sponsors, you major corporations, you have this money. You have the money allocated to do something for this community. You know, this is the big city. They call it Atlanta the new Hollywood. So can you imagine how many dollars is actually being, like, you know, just made in this city, in this state? We need you all's help to get, you know, gentlemen like Mr. Hutchinson and every other organization that's out there. We're just trying to be the media source. That's oneebonyplace.com. We're trying to be the media source to get this information out to all those people who need to know this information. All these black men, these black fathers, these black families, you know, everybody. Because it can be done. It can be done, and with One Ebony's help, we're going to try to make sure that it is done.
And it's not about just the big sponsors, because every dollar helps. And even if you have a service to volunteer, you know, even if you don't do nothing but say, hey, you know, I can offer this, you know, I can help do financial counseling, I can help do youth mentoring. It all helps, you know. And if you give $1, you know, if I could stand out in front of a tennis shoe store on a Saturday and collect $1 from everyone who went in there and spent $100, we wouldn't have no problems, you know. And that's another thing, we're willing to give everyone else our money except ourselves. You know, we never pay ourselves first. That's the biggest problem.
It is. This community is getting bigger, you know. Right now, you know, we're at Camp Creek Marketplace, you know, in East Point, right around the corner from College Park, Georgia. You know, this beautiful area that they just transformed, Camp Creek. I remember back in the day, this wasn't even here. So that lets you know that the money's here. You know, in our community, it's here. So we want nice things just like everybody else wants. Like, we deserve nice things. One Ebony Place. Our fans, we need your help. Mr. Hutchinson needs your help. I know you need our help. Help us help you so we can help everybody else. That's what this is all about. It's about empowerment, it's about growth. But once again, it's all about you. It has been my esteemed pleasure. I am Peter the Great. This is Mr. Garrett Hutchinson. We want to appreciate everything that you're doing and continue doing. This is oneebonyplace.com. Open access. It's all about you.
Hit us up, www.thefellasgroup.com. or hit the Fellas Group on Facebook. Become a fan of us. Know where all our events are, fundraisers, where we're going to be at in the community. If you need some health screening, you know, a little medical attention, you don't have insurance, give us a call. We get someone to come out and talk to you, see what you got going on. We're there. Every dollar counts. Every penny helps.
For sisters only, that's September the 19th to the 20th. Check them out.
Yeah, Peach State Health Plan. They have their own, actually they're the co-sponsors this year, or actually the actual sponsors with V103. They got a big setup. They'll have Wii's set up. I know they were talking about having like 6-foot screens with Wii's and all that, plus the health screenings. Come out and check us out. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of great entertainers. Brian McKnight, Carrie Hilson, I think Neo, a lot of big time local celebrities out of here will be performing as well. $10, $15 at the door, $10 in advance.
You might see One Ebony out there. It's Garrett Hutchinson. One Ebony Access. We out.